Welcome back to the mix, to the foundation. All you beautiful listeners, hope you had a wonderful, wonderful 4th of July. We got a little bit of just an easy show today for you guys. We're going to talk about the greatest American champion, Joey Chestnut. We're going to talk a little bit of 4th of July with the boys, and we're going to talk about some running back rankings. They're a little questionable on ESPN. First, Joseph, hit me that theme music. Hello, wonderful people. Oh, Joseph, it's good to be back, buddy.
We are back, brother. Back in the foundation, back in the sauna box.
Sauna box, it feels a little bit better today with this fan, but it's not great. Not great at all.
It's more like the circulated hot air as opposed to like cooling the room off. So it's like you're just getting hit with breezes of like slightly cooler air. So it's like room temperature air. It's just hot, dog.
It's just a hot world out here. Young Malcolm Harris in the unbeknownst location somewhere in East Tennessee. Are you as hot as we are?
Not at all. The AC is on 68.
That's nice, dude. 68, yeah. Dude. That's some good living.
Man, I put on some sweatpants. I take my. You guys do this thing whenever you get home. You take off your outside clothes, and immediately, it's like so many germs and stuff. You have no idea. So I took off the outside clothes, put on my inside clothes. I have on I never forget where I come from. Never forget where I come from. So got on a Lookouts jersey and cozy and chilling on this lovely Monday evening, which we'll be listening to on Tuesday morning.
Dude, I gotta ask too. Are you the type like that immediately changes into shorts? Because I think we all three we're working our jobs. We're all pant wearers now. So the fact of on my way home, I cannot wait to rip those bad boys off and change into something way more comfortable.
I'm a sweatpants guy. You know me, man. I love sweatpants. That is like a staple of mine. Shorts, I like, but I gotta be at home or at the pool, tough. But just for comfort, throw on some really big sweatpants, a jersey or a big hoodie, and a hat. I'm set.
Well, when you're keeping that temp at 68 in the house, that's somebody's making a good living. You know what I'm saying?
No, bro, I'm chilling. It's just hot outside, man. That bad boy's going up and it's going off.
Brother, dude, on Signal Mountain right now, that thing ain't going below 71. That's too much house to cool down,
Listen,
too much house.
We're at the foundation north. It's about the same size square footage, so we got a bunch of good spare.
It's you got a little less room to
cool. Bro. To cool, man. It's good to see you.
It's good. How was the 4th, dude?
Dude, it was solid, man. A little pool time, some grill time. I really met up with my fraternity brothers. Shout out to the Fantastic Five, my alpha brothers.
Yeah.
Didn't do too much, man. What about you?
Lived the lake life. Lot of family. I will say here these last 8 months with the daughter, I loved being home. I'm a pretty big homebody in general. But now when we're back on a schedule and whatnot, dude, we need that bedroom. So going and stayed up at the cabin for 2 nights threw our whole game off.
For sure.
And also modern luxury, first world problems. Hannah and I slept in a full bed together. To go from a king to a full is a big difference.
Massive.
Big difference, my friend. I don't know if I can go back. I can't go back down as much smaller than this. This is a humongous first world problem. I know that. A queen is suitable, obviously, but to the full bed makes me feel like I went back too far in time.
So you mean to tell me that ETSU twin XL Chase Green he's retired? He's gone.
R.I.P. dude. Now I did stay in a twin bed by myself a couple months ago, randomly like had to go to a friend's house or something. Anyways, so they just just had to crash there for a night.
Yeah.
And when I stayed in that twin, it was very nice. It was like it was one of those old school parent twin beds, so it wasn't too bad. So I was like, that's something when you're solo dolo, you can crash on a twin bed and have a good night's sleep, and it's just you by yourself. But with a partner, we're never settling again. It's not Europe. We can do king size beds here. We have oversized portions and we have large beds. That's what we do in America, and that's how I want to celebrate. So when we got back home Saturday, it was much needed. I'll say that the old back was not great after trying to figure out how to sleep in there. It's a sauna, dude. Just out there on the lake, but it was awesome. Fishing, boating, doing all the American things.
Good. I'm glad, and hopefully your back is fully recovered.
Oh, we're so back.
Okay.
Joseph, how was yours, brother?
Pretty good. Hung out with the family Friday night. Drank probably a little too much tequila.
Yeah.
So Saturday was like rest and recover, like a little R&R on Saturday.
Yeah.
Had plans to like go back over to my brother's on Saturday night, and watch, because got to watch a little bit of fireworks with my nieces on Friday night, but didn't get to watch them shoot fireworks. But Saturday was just drained, so I ended up just crashing.
Yeah.
Sunday was kind of a nice little reset and get ready for the work week, sort out my Sunday scaries and kind of hang out. So it was a pretty chill weekend. Friday night was good, but other than that, didn't do a whole lot.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like on the 4th, I feel like I can drink more, which is bad because it obviously makes you feel terrible. Yeah. But I think I literally sloshed down like 10 to 12 high noons all day. It was an obnoxious amount of high noons, and they were all finished. This is not like one of those like half drink situations. I drank high noons from like 10:45 to 10:45. It's like, that is the easiest drink in the world. And that's not, you guys know me. That's not usually what I do, but it was just one of those days. And it's just like, I don't know what happened. I just kept drinking and they're so delicious. It's different. Like I can't do that with seltzers. I get tired of that.
No.
Can't do that with light beer. Just kind of get tired of that and get full.
Mm-hmm.
But high noons might be just the most evilly perfect drink.
I had this conversation with somebody at work today. We were talking about drinking, and I mentioned high noons and how they're just elite. Because I don't know if you guys have got into the Cutwaters.
Yeah, I've had them.
Okay, I don't mean this to sound. I have no beef with Cutwater. Okay, I don't know the fine folks at Cutwater because I'm sure they are some fine folks. But man, I got about 5 or 6 different one of those to try, and they went 0 for 5 and 6. Like they were just bad. They were gross. Tried the pina colada one. It felt similar to just squirting my mouth full of suntan lotion. Mm-hmm. Tried the lime margarita one. I felt like I just kind of licked the outside of a lime. Wasn't great. Tried the strawberry margarita one. Kind of tasted like I took a shot of tequila and somebody was across the room just shouting strawberry. They were not great, man. And then, because your phone's listening to you, I kind of mentioned Cutwater because me and my family tried them. And I got into Cutwater TikTok, and apparently there's a whole subculture of Cutwaters and how they're actually like laced.
What?
With something. Not really. That's not fact. It's just a joke about how, because they're like 10 and 13% alcohol.
Oh yeah, they're heavy.
Yeah. So you drink like 1 or 2 of them and you're like, oh dude, I'm fine. And the next thing you know, you're waking up in a back alley somewhere with some dude named Rodney. And I don't know, man. Like I get it. And I understand people are like, they're strong, but I couldn't even finish one. They just paled in comparison to the high noons,
It really is a far drop off.
Dude, and I sat there at the liquor store and I was like, I had a box of the tequila seltzer high noons. Those are my personal go-tos, the tequila seltzer ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave them up for the Cutwater. And I just, again, I'm sure they're fine folks over at Cutwater. Y'all are great people, but the drinks are horrible. They're just awful.
it's bad too. Like when you go to the liquor store and you make a bad choice because you're not going. It's not a gas station.
Yeah,
you're not really going back. You can't go back to the liquor store.
No, it was a one bet. Like it was a roll of the dice. I paid the bet slip and we did not cash out. Vegas took our money.
Let
You
it
had the
ride.
Cutwaters yet?
Me?
Yeah.
No, sir. I have not.
Okay.
I'm a high noon guy.
Oh, good. I know you are. You're a
Come
good
on,
man.
man. Come on. I'm a
I
baller.
know. But Cutwater, man, I again don't mean to harp on them too bad, but they are rough. Like you got to be. I feel like you almost have to be in the
I felt like
the hardcore drinking stages because they're heavy, they're strong, dude.
Yeah, I felt like I wasn't alcoholic enough.
Yeah,
like I was like I'm not veteran seasoned enough to drink these things. Like I'm just not.
Yeah,
like I don't know.
Yeah, what it reminds me of. I think you've been in this spot sometime in your life whenever you're like out at the bar and you're like, man, I've had a few, but I'm not fully there yet. I'm not sure if I'm all the way in tonight or not. And then somebody orders like a martini or a strong old fashioned. You're like, this is a lot for this moment.
Yep.
This should have been a Moscow Mule, or this should have been like a whiskey Coke type of situation. They're like, let's go hard. That's what a Cutwater is in the casual drinking world.
So it's basically like, yo, let's do a Jaeger bomb right now.
Yeah, and you're just not ready for that. You're like, just give me a cold light one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also feel like, like with drinking high noons, or I guess not just high noons, but specifically something that's like of lower ABV, in like the 3 to 6 range. There's like it's like a step up to feel, you get one, you feel a little loose, you get buzzed, and then you slowly progress up, and you can kind of track yourself, especially when you drink something you're used to drinking, like Mick Ultras or Miller Lite or some easy domestic or high noons or even White Claws, because they're in that same ABV. You can kind of gauge yourself, by how many you've had. But with Cutwaters, I feel like if I bought a case of them, it would just escalate from like, this is good, to I'm waking up in the apartment and they're like, hey, we had to carry you up here.
Yeah.
There is no slow progression. It's just sober blackout instantly. And I guess that's the high, 13% on some of those things.
Crazy number.
It's wild for a small canned drink like that.
It's too much. It really is too much for the can.
Yeah.
Like it's too strong. And call me a pansy. I guess that is what it is. But, soften my little heart with high noon. I love it. I love them. They're so good. I like seltzers. Don't get me wrong. But the high noon is just, it really is one of one right now. There is no doubt on a draft board, high noon is one of one.
Where is Truly for you?
It's risen up the rankings. I'll say that. I've faded on the claws a little bit.
Yeah.
And it might have just been because everybody got so hot with them there for a while. It's all you drank.
Yep.
Especially all the ladies. Like, we had a little good boat friends there for a while. And that's all we drank. And I'm not even a guy that has like 5 or 6. I'm like a 2 or 3 kind of guy. And I'm still like, that's a lot of volume. So it's a lot. It's a lot, man. And you're like, can I do another black cherry right now?
It's the worst in the batch.
What's your other worst one?
Did you say that's the worst in the batch?
Yeah, bro, for sure. Passion fruit. Yeah, and pineapple ain't about nothing either, bro.
I'm going to say this, and I think, no doubt in my mind, that the lemon and the lime are the Head and Shoulders favorites. Same
it's not even close.
Those are Head and Shoulders the favorites. Yeah, and same with the high noons. I love them. I love them so much. I don't know what has turned me into a lemon and lime guy in my older age, but hot damn, I could drink those drinks every day.
Got me wanting one as we speak.
I can't go back. I'm going to make this proclamation. I'm not drinking till football season.
I'll drink enough for you next week.
Thanks, I was going to say, you're on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on vacation. The next time I want to drink is when we're either in Atlanta or watching football games together on that first Saturday.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. Because I could feel it coming out of my body. Saturday night, like you kind of you're like, I don't feel that bad. I don't feel that bad because I'm like kind of in vacation mode. We're up at the lake house. We're with all the family. There's just so much going on. You're like, I'm not that dehydrated. I'm actually, for what I drank yesterday, including the whiskeys from Crazy Uncle Chip, I'm feeling great. And then you're like driving on the way home. You're like, I don't feel great. I don't know about you guys. Like there's just that time, like you get out of the momentum of vacation mode and you're like, man, this kind of sucks.
It's awful.
Yeah. You like leave the venue of where you're at. You're like, your body's like, gotcha.
You're hungover, bitch.
Yeah.
Gotcha, bitch.
It's exactly what it is.
That shit is painful. It's painful.
It is. Do you think 70.5 hot dogs would be painful to eat?
Unimaginably.
I couldn't do it, even if I wanted to.
How long do you think it would take you?
At least a day, bro.
I don't know if I could crush 70.5 hot dogs in a year.
I know that I have it.
Like I'm thinking like the amount of hot dogs I've eaten, and we're talking about like just post 4th of July, so that number's up. Like that number's high right now. I mean, I might be under 20 total for the year.
Yeah, it's easy.
Who's crushing hot dogs in like January? There's just not a hot weather. There's just not a cold weather.
We didn't have hot dogs this year
at all.
No, we had barbecue. We had just straight up barbecue. We didn't have a hot dog. I had thick cut bacon. I had multiple kinds of pork, but I didn't have a hot dog for 4th of July. So I'm trying to think, like, I don't know when the last time I had a hot dog was.
How do you discover that talent? Like if you're Joey.
Yeah.
Speaking of crushing hot dogs, like how do you figure that out? Like, hey, what are you good at? Like, when they ask you in grade school, like, what are you going to be when you grow up? You think little Joey was just like crushing hot dogs, becoming a multi-time champion in eating hot dogs. How do you discover that you're just like, oh yeah, I could be a competition eater?
I guarantee you, bro, it was one time in high school or college when him and the boys just had like a sack full of crystals. Oh. And somebody was like, Joey, I don't think you can do this shit. And Joey is like, hey, listen to me. You come for the king, you best not miss. And he just annihilated it. And probably some chick was there and was like, yo, that was so hot. You should do this. And now look. He's a LeBron of food eating.
It's not even close anymore. Like ever since the old Kobayashi days, like it's not even close.
He was what were the odds? Minus 1,800 to win the hot dog eating contest. I told y'all boys, if somebody put like 10 million up, they would have walked away with like 250K of free money.
It's easy, man. He won by 30, I think, or something crazy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Damn, dude. That's wild to think about. Like, I mean, everybody's doing the whole funny bit of like, he's the greatest athlete of all time thing today. But go ahead.
What's his winning percentage?
I'm on it, man.
Yeah, look it up because I don't know because the last one he lost in like 16 or something like that, 15 or 16. He supposedly went up through a breakup. I was listening to something about this today. He like went through a breakup the week prior, and he lost by I think it was like 62-60. But ever since then, I think he's the only man that's ever gotten 70. He's gotten 70 every year since he started, basically. So,
how do you
practice?
Well, I mean, you just eat.
But I mean, you can't do that all the time. Like,
no, it's got to be like we're 2 months out. Let's do it. We wait a month. We're a month out. We do it. Like, I think you got optimistically, you got like 10 good practice days a year.
Yeah,
maybe.
Because you think he has like a training app. Like, you know how like marathon runners have like training apps? Is there like a professional eating training
It's
app?
just a calorie tracker.
Yeah.
Just scan the barcode.
So, instead of
Oh.
like, instead of mile repeats today, you have 10 hot dog repeats.
Could you
30 seconds in between.
imagine if he got Apple to build that into his Apple Watch, or like Whoop to build that? What are you training today? Competitive eating. Oh, hey Joey, what's up?
Hey Whoop, can we get a competitive eating score on there? I would like to, because that's another one. What's his heart rate at?
Oh God.
Whoop, why are you guys not tracking that? Get Joey Chestnut to be your guy and test out what is Joey Chestnut's heart rate during these times of training and during the competition when he's like 60 deep. Like, how, I mean, we talking like pushing marathon pace here?
He's got to have some adrenaline pumping, dude.
So much, right?
You know?
This is the biggest event in
Y'all,
the country going on.
I got into a
Yeah.
rabbit hole, and you
Oh,
know
Lord.
there's an MLE. Y'all know what that stands for?
Major League Eating.
Major League Eating.
It's big time, dog.
Like buddy, like there's a rankings. Like Joey is 1, Patrick Bertoletti is 2. I mean, there's a whole like roster of people that do this, do this.
Coming to the Olympics in 2040.
Yeah. Do we have any upcoming comps? Can you see that?
Yeah, I can.
Let's see what the
look.
schedule looks like.
So I was going to tell you guys, he has won 16 out of the 18 last hot dog eating competitions. So he's 16-2, but he didn't play one. So technically he's 17-1. He's only lost one time. There is a Great Midwest. That's funny. Great Midwest rib eating competition.
Oh, wow.
There is a World Slopper eating competition in Colorado at the Colorado State Fair.
Is that Sloppy Joe's? What is that?
I'm assuming so.
Do you get pinged for PEDs and the MEL if you're smoking weed before the event, dude?
Oh, no, that is for sure.
Yeah.
Gonna be a PED.
There's got to be like certain strands out there. They're like,
It's
nah,
like, hey,
dog.
bro, this is the banned strand list.
Banned
Like,
strands, baby. There's got to be a list. USADA's out there being like, can't do it.
There's a Buffalo Buffet Bowl on August 30th, and it is a Buffalo Wing Festival in Buffalo, New York. $1,000 to first place.
God.
Fellas, I gotta get it. I gotta get the training.
We're going to get you back to the episode in 1 second. But first, we're going to give you a little list of sponsors. First, we are brought to you by Barra's Custom Cabinet Refinishing, a local Chattanooga staple for the past 24 years. Barra's Cabinet Refinishing is going to bring you the best custom cabinetry in the Scenic City. From custom cabinet refinishings that breathe new life into existing cabinetry to cabinet refacing and modification that transform and optimize the space in the home. Boys, I can tell you, I need that with a little one around. The people over at Barra's simply deliver the goods. So, for a winning team that's always going to bring you the best, trust Barra's, an official sponsor of Chatt It Up Sports. Head over to the website, barrascabinetrefinishing.com, to get your free estimate today. And if you tell them Chatt It Up Sports sent you get 5% off. Plate of
So
$2.50.
what style of buffalo wings?
No, I said, what was the question you're going to ask? You said about the plate of $2.50.
All right. So if we had 2 hours from a wing establishment in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and they said, all right, it's 5 of y'all, 250 wings, and we're going to give it to you. You have to wipe it off in 2 hours, and it's free. Or if you don't finish it, you would have to pay $500 to a charity of your choosing. Would we be able to do it?
$500 a piece or $500?
Together, collectively.
Let's say
as an organization.
For a bit's sake, let's say $500 a piece.
Oh, $500 a piece, fellas. Y'all gotta dig deep.
2 hours. 2 hours basically to finish 50 a piece with you and four of your best friends. That's
less than a wing a minute.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of there. I'm Getting out of
Can 50 wings is more than you think.
Yeah.
there. Oh, it's a lot, bro. It gets intimidating. I've done this before. It was actually a 60 piece, and the place is no longer open. It's in Knoxville. I've eaten 60 wings in one setting, and I felt like my heart was about to explode.
At what point do you think you'd start to like slow down? Because like I have my number in my head where I really think I'd hit a wall at around like 21.
Oh,
Like I think
no.
I could power through. Like normally, if I'm just ordering wings, like to eat for enjoyment, I could get full on like 12 to 15.
Yeah.
But like if I'm powering through something, I think if I hit that like 21, 22 mark would be the point where I'd be like, oh, this kind of sucks.
Oh, around wing 33.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was going to say 31, 32. 31, 32,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is don't be a bitch moment.
This is like, yo, like, you know what we came to do? Let's do it. Let's finish it out.
I think I can finish the 50. I think I can finish my 50. I don't know if I have it anymore. Like, let's be honest, our boy G's probably not. I don't know if he's going to carry the 50.
Bro, no way.
That boy's telling me he's not going to be too good. I think we're going to have to help him out. I don't know if I'm good enough anymore to help out anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, I'm not good enough to carry extra weight. It's kind of the same how I feel in basketball. Like I can't go get you buckets anymore. I'm good enough to do my job, but that's all I got.
I don't think so. I think if life is on the line, I honestly think you would, because you're just a competitor. You would hit a natural gear and be like, listen, guys, like I don't want to do this. Like let's dig deep here and let's figure it out. And I just think you would grow like an extra stomach and we would just get through it. I have no idea
Yeah.
why.
We could do that. Maybe so.
I think it
I
would
just think
depend
you'd
on
dig deep.
like I think if you're sitting there and it gets to a point where you're facing down, you face down your 50 or whatever, and there's like 20 left, then you'd probably be like, I'm out. But if it's like 7 or like
Yeah.
8, you're just like 8 wings stand between you and glory.
If we all had
yeah.
to clean up 5 extra, could we do it?
Oh,
At
without
that
question.
Oh, God, I don't know, man.
Do you think you could get to your 50?
I think I could. It would be a struggle, but I think I could. I think I could get to 50. I mean, I'd really have to be like not thinking about what I'm doing once I passed 40. Like it would have to just be like choo choo swallow, choo choo swallow.
This is a really stupid idea, but I really kind of want to try it. I know it's terrible content, watching people eat, but also if we did it right, it'd be awesome. I don't know if I can do it. This is one of those like wings are like, especially for you, Mickey. I really think you have to go out there and you probably have to put it down a 60 piece.
Yeah, nah, like no question about it. Out of the 250 wings we will be given, I would aim to get to 65. And the thing is, I would start slow, so just taste a little bit, eat, taste, and then like 10 through 30, it's like go. And
Yeah,
then,
you gotta hammer it. Are we going any like with this? You just want just casual medium buffalo here?
It's got to be
That's
something
it.
light. But I'm glad you brought that up because that's what I was thinking was like, would you want like 25 and 25 so you can at least change it up? Like, yeah, you're going like medium buffalo, but then you don't want to do something that's going to stack. Like you don't want to touch something like mango habanero. So like,
yeah, because you don't want too much spice there because
exactly.
You can't have anything slowing you down. Is honey barbecue like too much though?
That's thick, dude.
It's extra thick.
That barbecue sauce is thick.
But that sweetness is gonna hit though.
I think you could get away with honey barbecue if you did like 35 and 15.
That might be the number.
Yeah.
So 35 honey barbecue, 15 buffalo.
No. The opposite. Flip that.
Yeah,
okay, so 35 buffalo and 15 honey barbecue.
I love most all buffalo flavors, so that wouldn't bother me. But I think I would need a change up. The greatest combo I ever had, and this was old school Buffalo Wild Wings, so don't say this is the same thing. But their circa 2009 Caribbean jerk and their medium buffalo was elite. It was so good. And look, that Caribbean jerk to this day, I remember those stomach aches, but it was awesome. It was awesome, dude. That's one of the greatest flavors ever, and it's not the same. I went back a couple of years ago, and it's not the same. So, R.I.P. to the great Caribbean jerk of Buffalo Wild Wings, circa early 2000s. But I think it would have to be a honey barbecue.
I think I could do, if not honey barbecue, that the flavor from Mike's.
That's
literally what I was thinking about, bro. That's literally what I was thinking about.
If you did 35 buffalo and then 15 in that
Wilbur,
Wilbur, exactly,
sauce.
Yeah, the Wilbur sauce, because it's light. It's not as thick as like if you did like straight barbecue or honey barbecue, it wouldn't be as thick as those.
Yeah.
So like that might give you a little extra stomach room. I think that would be your play, maybe. And then what's your drink? What you going straight water? You going like, you want water and like a 0-calorie soda, maybe a little like tea. You don't want nothing heavy. Like you're not going to do a beer. That's wasted stomach space. Unless you're doing like Biggie? A Mick Ultra.
What's your move, Mig?
If I had to choose a drink, I'm sitting here thinking about it.
Maybe like a lemon water?
A water with lemon. Okay.
About to cancel out what's the acidity cancel out thing?
A water with lemon would be my go-to, bro.
It sounds so weird, but it's like, it's probably the best route because you got to have a little flavor. I can't just do water.
Nah, bro, that would kill me. It would kill me. A water with lemon would probably be my go-to. I wouldn't do milk. I wouldn't do beer.
Yeah.
No, just give me a water with lemon and just an ISO, and I'll just clear out. I think we got to make this happen for football season.
We put a lot of thought into that.
I did, and I really want. I know we're all thinking it. We all kind of want to do it.
250.
250 is a lot of wings. Like
that's a lot of wings, bro.
We would see that stacked up and be like, "This is a daunting task, even for 5 healthy boys."
Well, okay, that's another aspect of this. So, like, are you getting all 250 wings at once, or are they being served to you in like groups of 10? Because, like, if you bring out all 250 at once, by the time you get to like 30 and 40s, they might be kind of gross if they've sat long enough. Like, but then, well, if you don't take that route, then they're having to serve them to you. Then you got to wait in between, like, portions. Like, you probably don't have to wait long, but you still have to.
Yeah, we got to. I mean, 50 wings. Do you want extra? Like, do you need the extra breather, or are we in such a hurry? I don't know if you can be in a hurry for 50 wings. I don't know if you can outdo the hunger. Like, be like, hey, I'm gonna beat out the fullness. It's not like you're beating out a throw from shortstop here. It's like this is 50 wings, dude.
I think you have to. Go ahead, Malcolm.
No, please, bro. I don't even have my thought together.
I was gonna say, I think you're racing against that, and I'm sure you've seen people talk about this in other podcasts, like specifically fitness related. They say eat when you're like 80% full, and then stop because you have to wait a second for your stomach to register to your brain that you're like actually full.
Yeah.
So you have to outpace that, because otherwise, if you take a long enough pause, you'll be like, oh, I'm full. And then you'll be miserable because you knowingly eating past that full point.
But can you outpace that? You know what I'm saying? Like, because 30 wings is going to take a while.
Yeah.
Like, and your brain's like, dude, we're full. But can you just like blast through 50? I just don't think that's possible. You're digging deep at some point, and it's miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, to plug Whiskey Cowgirl, because I'll be there on Sunday for the Love Island Challenge. Single men, by the way, if you're listening to this, please come on down. We got plenty of lovely ladies for you guys.
Oh, you're struggling with single men.
Struggling with single men. So for all the fellas, there's some ladies gonna be out. I got told today that it's a lot of ladies that are gonna be a Whiskey Cowgirl on Sunday. So
what's the event?
It is essentially going to be from Insta Chattanooga. My girl Carly, she was like, hey, this is the Love Island singles mixer as well as season finale watch party. Love Island has been on the hearts of every single person, men included. I will tell y'all, boys, I chose watching Love Island over Game 3 of the NBA Finals.
Whoa.
I
Over
sat
what?
up here. I sat up here and acted like I watched the finals. I was watching Love Island, bro. That's what it means to me.
My whole family was talking about it this weekend.
Yeah, like it is literally the show right now. So I got hit up by It's Chattanooga, and it's gonna be in a great event starting at 7 at Whiskey Cowgirl. So if you can make it down, come see your boy. It's gonna be plenty of giveaways and stuff too. They got gift cards. It's gonna be a fun event.
I might have to go take a peek. I just want to see you in action down there.
Man, that is gonna be something. Because I feel like it's gonna be Love Island in real life. I got a feel. And I'll keep that viewer discretion is advised, but I just got a feeling, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I saw that Instagram post from you, and my first thought was, I don't know if he wants this forever, but I think honestly, talent wise, what I know you like, and you like to poke that bear. I legit think that might be your perfect job. Like there is a season a season long reality show that you should definitely host. I think there is the perfect job for you, the personality, poke the bear a little bit. I really do think that might be your perfect job.
I can't wait. It's gonna get so messy, and I'm here for it. And it's gonna be good. They've been doing these watch parties around the city, so there's been like one in Atlanta, some in LA, and like people were
Heck
like,
yeah.
Chattanooga would be perfect for this, and then it came up. So
It popped off quick, dude.
oh yeah,
You posted that thing. You guys all posted that thing, and I was like, all right. I got way more tracks than I thought it was going to that fast.
I was like, what type of algorithm is this?
I know, but they love it, dude.
It's crazy. No, it's a great show though, and I think it's gonna be awesome. I saw a video, and it was comparing the Islanders to basketball players, and it was immaculate, man.
This is the best time of the year for this crap.
Yeah,
you're comparing Love Island to basketball players. We're talking about Joey Chestnut. It's just great. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is like, we got the big pot on Thursday for the SEC over unders, but this last week is just the best time to do this crap. I love it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was trying to think about. I went back to 250 wings. Daunting task. I really just want wings now, but I'm trying to do better.
250.
250 is a lot. We could do it though.
Yeah, I have no doubt. And I think Joseph, I think you're putting down an easy 60. I do. I think you're gonna get in the moment and be like, you know what, bro? Like, I'm still hungry. Feed me.
I think there's an extra stomach in that boy over there.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I can put away some food. I know I may not look like it, but like I can put away some food.
I feel like you have as somebody that's watched a lot of good eaters in their lifetime. I feel like you do have a good frame of good eating. I know, and I know the way we talk about food and certain things. I'm like, I think Joseph has had plenty of Chipotle days that,
I had Chipotle today.
Did you really?
I really did.
Oh, I thought about going again, but I was like, nah, I brought my lunch.
I went minimalist on the bowl today, but did go double chicken.
Yeah, boy.
Rice, beans, cheese, and then like the green salsa and the pico.
Oh,
just kept it simple, man.
I love that.
I did get a side of the adobo ranch.
You like that stuff?
I do.
I've never gotten it.
It's pretty good. It's not like I wouldn't swear by it. It's not like, oh my God, to die for. Like, if you're not getting this, you're not living the full Chipotle bowl experience.
Yeah.
But it's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I'm not the double chicken type.
You're not?
I don't. No. You're gonna give me my fair lot of chicken. Like, this is not you. Who made you the chicken ration?
Yeah.
You know? Like, why are you protecting this chicken like it's your life? Like, come on. Like, let's be real. Let's be professionals. And let's not chip on chicken.
I don't double up the protein. I feel like there's plenty in there. My North Chat people, they know. They see this name on there. They're like, he's got some rewards points.
Oh yeah, the Hickson, the Chipotle.
Whoa. Oh,
Yeah, they
I
know.
never go over there.
Oh,
I'm downtown, dude. I'm downtown
I'm
North Chat.
taking the 10-minute drive, and I'm going to the Chipotle, and I'm not getting out the car. Y'all know what it is?
Oh
Malcolm
boy.
H.
Dude, that app, that's one of one of the best rewards apps you can get. I mean, I know people swear by Chick-fil-A, but I'll say this, the Chipotle app, I also didn't realize I just hadn't used my rewards points, so I didn't pay for Chipotle like 3 times last month. It was nice. I just racked them up.
Oh, so you had Chipotle for yeah, you've been going.
Yeah, you boys been. I mean, there was a time, like especially during our off time, it was yeah.
That's to have
We drove
three
down the mountain.
Chipotle meals.
Yeah, but it's also like accumulated over about a year. You got to think about that. This is, I just didn't even think about using. I just never used my rewards points. I'm like, I'm not going to waste it on. I'm not going to waste 800 points on a drink. And then all of a sudden, you're like, I haven't wasted any points. And then I was looking, I got my job downtown, and I was like, about time to fire off some points. So yeah, a couple burritos, a couple bowls. Yeah, 2 bowls, 1 burrito. That's what we had the allotment for. So
That's solid.
it was good stuff, dude. It's nice whenever you're just walking in there. All you gotta do is give a tip. I was like, I'm good with that, and they know because your boy tips well. I try to treat my people with respect here.
You are so much better than me, man.
Look, I just know it's the only store I go to, so I want to be in good standing. I don't always give them the $4 or $5. I'm not crazy here. We're not made of money, but I see a lot of people not leaving any, and so I was like, I got you guys.
I
I'll give
always
you
leave
2.
like $1 and then like the change that they break it. So if it's like
Oh yeah,
180, if it's like 489, I'll leave 289 and carry
yeah,
two
boy.
back with me.
Yeah, there you go. Well, dude, especially like if they got the change jar, it's going in.
Yeah, for sure.
Is cash making a comeback?
I can't remember the last time I touched a dollar bill.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I carry.
I saw a couple people use cash today at the store, and I was like, whoa. You can. To be honest, I didn't know you could use cash in the self checkout lane. I was like, what?
You put it in the thing.
Yeah, there's a slot. There's in certain places. There's a slot.
Yep.
Can't do it at Walmart now. I don't think, but
Nah, Walmart and said, "Hey, we ain't doing it."
no, you gonna swipe, baby. Swipe or tap. No, you can't even tap at Walmart. It's got a swipe or insert.
Man, and like if you don't get it right, it feels like your card declined, and you're like, "Nah, I swear, I got some money."
Yeah. You're like, don't know. This is not
Like,
college.
Don't play me.
No, this is not right after college or in college chase anymore. There's that card's going through.
That's good.
All right, quick break. Let's give a little love to one of our sponsors, Steel City Brand. If you're from Pittsburgh or just love that blue collar grit, Steel City's got you covered. Literally, from vintage sports tees to iconic Berg designs, their gear is bold, local, and built to last. If you happen to be in the Pittsburgh area, check out their stores locally, or more simply, head to their shop online, shopsteelcity.com. To rep the Steel City in style and use promo code ChatItUp15 for 15% off your online order. Steel City, built with blood, sweat, and steel.
Do you want to talk about running backs? I saw you send us a list.
Yeah, because I saw it on NFL Live today. Essentially, they were talking about the top 10 running backs in the National Football League at this moment in time. And I thought the list was interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
I mean, just starting at the 10th spot, you got a guy that's very near and dear to my heart, and I don't know 9 backs that are better than him. It's Alvin Kamara. There's a few better, but to say 9 guys are better than Alvin Kamara today, I don't know if I can go for that.
It's hard because of the stats that have been put up the last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And like, well, it's more of, I guess, more of the games played, and he's had a couple of things, but
can we go honorable mention as well, real fast?
Yeah. Because I just, man,
I I would
I
have
don't
had
know
Brees
if
Hall
J-
in my top 10. I'm just gonna say
You would
Like,
have?
I would have had Brees Hall in my top 10. Yeah, like I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, when we get to him, I'll tell you who I would have swapped Brees Hall with. And I'll tell you why.
Okay. No,
10,
Brees Hall is a top 10 running back.
I think Alvin. Okay, so here's my thing. I think Alvin right now is. I think he's in the right spot. I think talent wise, he's probably higher, but as far as what he's kind of put up and hell where he's at, it just sucks being down in New Orleans right now.
Sucks, bro.
Sucks, dude. God, Brees is another one. Mixon, I think, should be higher. I would probably. We'll start with the bottom 5 because I think that's where the flush part of this. Josh Jacobs at 6, Jonathan Taylor at 7, James Cook at 8, Joe Mixon at 9, Alvin at 10. Honorable mentions: Bucky Irving, Aaron Jones, Devontae Achan, Brees Hall, James Conner. Kyron Williams didn't receive any votes. Dang. Kyron was a stud, man.
Yeah, he is a stud. I just think that there's 3 Kyron Williams that are currently in college football that we just don't know about. And that might
That's
sound disrespectful, but y'all know what I'm saying.
So where would you have? All right, where would you put Alvin? Are you have him above Joe, James, Jonathan, Josh? A lot of J's here.
I mean, I have him, if I had to just update this list, I have Alvin above Joe. And to me, since they compared this guy to Alvin, I'm taking him above James Cook. That's just me. And I know what James Cook does, but James Cook has a luxury of playing with, to me, second biggest threat mobily in football from a quarterback perspective.
Yeah.
So that's why it's I respect it, but you're really getting a lot of help. So give me Alvin at 8.
Okay. So you're just basically moving everybody down.
I'm moving everybody down. I love Josh Jacobs at 6. He could be higher. Jonathan Taylor is a really bad boy. They just really, I don't know what's up with the Colts. I have no idea, bro.
I saw today, speaking of, Daniel Jones might be taking the QB1 spot right now.
Yeah, that's going to happen. And
That's wild.
it's just, it was a bad pick. Everybody knew out of Florida.
Yep.
But you fell in love with it. You fell in love with the arm talent and the athleticism. And I see why you make that draft choice. I see why.
Yes and no. I still just don't. I never got it. I get the drafting on potential, but I think that's so far faded away because people just keep trying it. And it's just man, he threw 54% completion percentage. It's not great.
Yeah.
Do you like Josh Jacobs at 6?
Yes. I love Josh Jacobs' game. I think Josh Jacobs is a fringe top 5 guy. 6 is appropriate, but if you put him at 5 or 4, I wouldn't bat an eye. I love Josh Jacobs. What about you?
He's more consistent than I kind of think. It's one of those when you kind of just take a peek and you're only guy to average 5 touchdowns and over 1,000 yards since 2019. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, bro.
When I watch him, I feel like watching the best version of Mixon, Cook, and Taylor are better than him. When I watch him play, when I watch those guys play, I'm those guys are better. But then he just puts up good, solid numbers over and over again. I loved watching Mixon last year. Unfortunately, it was the Texans, but I would probably move. I'm probably moving Cook over Taylor.
Okay.
And because the team he's on, which you got to throw it in there, I'm probably putting Mixon over Taylor.
Really?
Yeah, I really do think so. He played so awesome last year. He was so awesome.
JT is that guy though, bruh.
He can be a stud. I don't know. It just doesn't.
I hear you. I hear you.
I don't know. It's just like that team's just not great, man. And
Yeah.
that's in a weird spot. At least offensively, you're going to be good with the Texans. This list is actually a lot tougher than I thought. Like looking through it, I was like, man, because Jacobs is another one. It's like eye test wise, you love. I mean, just Cook's just so explosive. You're like, dude, when that guy comes out of the backfield, who knows? But Jacobs just beats you to death. 7 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards, 15. You know, it's like, damn, this guy keeps hitting us. So I don't know. It's much closer than I thought. And like when I initially looked at this list earlier, I just love Mixon's game last year. Touchdown monster. What are your qualms with the top 5? Christian McCaffrey at 5, Bijan at 4, Jahmyr Gibbs at 3, Henry at 2, and Saquon Barkley at 1.
Yeah. I kind of feel like we've seen the movie Cars, and I feel like at the number 2 spot is he's from Dynaco, man. That's the king. And
King, dog.
and Saquon is real Lightning McQueen. Like he's on right now. But like let's just not forget about what Dynaco's done for racing. And
You know what I'm saying?
I don't like forgetting about the king. That's just me and where I'm at. I understand it. I mean, Derrick Henry is he's a
He's done
monster.
it.
He's an animal.
He's done it with mediocre teams. He's done it with good teams. He's done it with bad teams. Like he can do it with just about anybody. Like last year was so impressive. And again, I know Saquon last year was just that was the most unbelievable thing I've ever watched. Sometimes, so like there were some games you remember those. So you're like,
He hurdled a guy backwards.
he hurdled a guy backwards. It's like this doesn't make sense. He's the most elite athlete because of like strength, power, gracefulness, like all of it. And you're like, this doesn't make sense for a running back to do this on not a crazy amount of carries.
No,
Gosh.
let me ask y'all something because I'm curious. Saquon, I mean, he gets tackled at the 1 yard line, 14, 15 times. He easily could have had 2,100 yards, 35, 40 touchdowns if he wanted to. Like, I get it. Like, you have to put him at 1 on here, but like, I'm just saying, let's not forget about Derrick Henry. We were talking about a guy that he thinks he's top 5. James Cook wants $20 million a year. Are you paying James Cook $20 million a year?
God, it's like Buffalo, but it's Buffalo. You know, it's like the right place for him. It mattered so much. He mattered so much to them. Did they get anybody to replace Diggs this year?
They're just thinking that Keon Coleman is going to be like that.
Well, Keon Coleman can hoop. I don't know if y'all saw those videos too.
Oh, he dropped about 60, didn't he?
Yeah, that boy can hoop. I can't pay James Cook. Oh, God. You can't because it's like how many years are we gonna have these running backs keep coming out? Like it can't be just an endless well of stud like running backs coming out of the draft every year, right? Joseph, do we have just
Taylor.
Jeremiah Love coming out next year is going to be probably going to be a real high guy.
Do we have any? Like I felt like Hampton was another one this year. Is like your second best running back's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Do we have any of the guys like your fourth and fifth running backs that you can think of off the top of your head?
From this year or coming out?
Let's say coming out. Well, let's go this year. This year, since it's on our top of our mind. I don't know I don't know if anybody is going to be in the realm of like, are we going to get Achan again?
I don't think so.
What's the
It's gonna be
dude that
hard.
went to Oklahoma? That's really fast. That was at Cal.
From Cal, Jared Ott.
Yeah, I think he could be something.
I think Jared Ott could be really good.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what he does at Oklahoma.
Because then you could start talking about all the Tennessee guys too. Like, could those be your fourth or fifth guys every year? Feels like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like you may have to eventually start paying these running backs, because I just don't know if the well is going to keep flowing like it has. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're obviously going to have studs, and there's just too many good ones. But I mean, can you keep throwing out these rookies on super cheap deals? And you're like, I can pick one up in the 5th round. I feel like that's how it's been the last couple of years. Like, I can find somebody in the 5th round and not have to worry about it.
Yeah. I mean,
go ahead, Jay. One thing, correct myself real quick. Jaden Ott, not Jared. Jaden Ott.
Jaden Ott, that's what it is. Yep.
I'm curious to see what Justice Haynes does at Michigan.
Yeah.
I don't think he was given the best chance at Alabama. I think he'll get not only more play at Michigan, especially with him starting Bryce Underwood, but I think he'll get more opportunities.
Yeah.
And I think he could probably improve his draft stock a lot this year.
Okay.
So
there's guys. There's at least 4 of them we can think of.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's one of those, like, this well's just there's just so many freakazoid talents out there nowadays, the running back spot, and it's so versatile, and you're so young that run the wheels off for 4 years and then see what happens after that. But Cook's so perfect for Buffalo that I just don't even want to mess with it almost.
I almost feel like Bijan should be ranked over Jameer.
I would move McCaffrey over. I'd move McCaffrey to 3, and I would move Gibbs down another one. So it'd go 3. Yeah, 3 McCaffrey, 4 Bijan.
Okay, hear me out here. All right.
Okay.
Fully healthy Christian McCaffrey. Like, fully, no injuries, coming to the year well trained, 100%. Between him, because I'm with you. I think if he's fully healthy, I would probably have Christian McCaffrey over Jameer and Bijan. But I think that number 1 spot, you could make an argument for him, Saquon, or Derek, depending on the year. I think you could all make valid arguments for those 3 players. Because, I mean, Christian McCaffrey, would he have like a 14-game streak with a touchdown or something stupid like that?
Yeah. Because you got to think what we thought about Saquon he was doing the year before.
Exactly.
Kind of wild.
So I think go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, I agree with you 100%. Like, I think that the only thing, though, is I watch Bijan Robinson every single game, and he is a number 5 on this list.
You think so? You like Gibbs over him?
Gibbs he scores, bro. Gibbs finds a way to that end zone like nobody. Like, he reminds me, do you remember Gibbs at Bama and just like how shifty he was, like faster than everybody else.
Everybody.
And like nobody knew it.
He was insanely underutilized at Bama.
Like criminally.
Was that Bill O'Brien? Yeah, was the OC at that time. So how much do you think, and the reason I ranked or would rank Bijan over Jameer is I feel like Jameer gets a lot of opportunities, but also he doesn't take as much because he splits carries with David Montgomery. And it feels like Bijan's just, like, I know he's not because Tyler Algiel's there, but I feel like Bijan carries more of the load versus David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs are like a split, like a pretty even 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
So Jameer gets less wear and tear on his body.
I can kind of agree with that. Yeah, because Algier at times had like a decent workload, but it was still like 20 to 13 or 20 to 9 carries.
Yeah, and he's not like, if you put him up against David Montgomery, like
Yeah. I see what your point is though, Miggy. It's like Bijan, as fast as he is, he never feels like he breaks away.
He never just has like that home run ball. Like he does a lot of singles, a lot of doubles, but like when it comes to like truly taking the top off, like I I don't to this thus far have seen Bijan do it. Like he did at Texas, it seemed like every freaking game, an 85-yard run, an 80-yard run, a 70-yard screen pass. Like it felt like I was watching Booby Miles. And then he
I
gets to
know, dude.
Atlanta, and I was just like, I mean, he's straight. Like, do not make this like bad. Like he's really straight. He's a hell of a
Oh, he's unbelievable.
yeah. It's just like I thought, like truly, I thought Bijan Robinson was gonna be the best in the league, like now. Like I thought we were getting like a generational Marshall Falk with Danny and Tomlinson type of guy, and it's still early. I just think he's been. I don't know, bro. I have no idea what I'm trying to say.
He's still so good. We know that. We know what you
Yeah.
mean. So good. But we're nitpicking top 5 guys here.
Yeah, and
We've got an elite running back group right now.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, if you have Christian McCaffrey outside of your top 2, that's crazy thoughts, you know? But it's the truth. Like, to me, I think that's right now. I think it's right now, especially with him trying to come back from injury. I'm going to watch all of his YouTube videos. Some people compare him to me. We look similar. Same physique. One of us just has a few less abs.
Won't name names.
Yeah, you can choose which one.
Leave that up.
So one of them's taller.
I mean,
That may be all that person has, but you know, I didn't see Christian McCaffrey up this morning at 5 a.m. doing power cleans.
I sure didn't, but I saw.
it doesn't mean he wasn't, but
I saw.
But that's the thing, Joseph. He probably was, but nobody knows. They know that I was. Okay, so, and they know that I was not happy about it. I'm trying to be 5 a.m. guy, and it sucks, but I feel like Christian McCaffrey does that a lot. So we're on our way. Vacation Chase is going to look just like Christian McCaffrey, only a lot less fast.
I'm gonna look
you
like
don't
Aaron
need
Donald.
speed, like,
Hey, Drew over here would definitely disagree. He needs elite speed in CSL.
yeah, I forgot about the.
Yeah. So we got to get
Okay.
some speed back. We're
Never
building
mind
some
then.
speed. ChatGPT built me a program.
Oh,
So we're going. Boys, you better watch out. I might be dunking again. Yeah. The truth is, Christian McCaffrey could be your 1 or 2. Wouldn't fault those arguments.
is there anybody in this list that you think couldn't? Like, who are the members of this list that you think couldn't be or shouldn't be put at number 1? Because like we named Saquon, Derek, and Christian, but like, you wouldn't put Jameer? You don't think there's an argument for like Jameer or Bijan or anybody else on the list at number 1?
I don't think anybody's close, right? I think it's like those 3, and then the solid tier steppers.
I mean, off of potential, like you can mention Jameer off of potential. You can mention Bijan, but like present day, bro, like nah. I think it's the big 3, and like there's nothing wrong with it. Like I think Saquon is a hell of a player. I just you see guys go to different situations and they just get so much better. So, but I think there's going to be some guys that have some say so. Like I think Ashton Genty is going to come out of this and he's going to knock somebody out. We just need to see who is it going to be. But like Ashton Genty is really going to come with it. I don't know how much he has left, but the model of consistency has been Najee Harris since he stepped in the league. I know he's got a 17-game season, but 1,000 yards every single season. Never been hurt.
It's boring AF. It's
Boring as shit.
Yeah, it sucks to watch. Like Pittsburgh people are just livid right now. But it's like you mentioned, it's just consistent, and it's bruiser mentality. I don't know. I feel like LA gets somebody like Kyron. Kyron's the only person I thought about. Yeah, he might have made this list to me.
Yeah.
But I think we just have such an awesome big three of running backs right now with
Sure.
McCaffrey, Henry, and Saquon. It's like, God, dude, because Gibbs is awesome. Bijan's awesome. I think most guys like Josh Jacobs was pretty awesome. Like all these guys, Mixon had a great year, and then he's been really solid in the Bengals, but then he finally got to showcase his talents. And it's like
Yeah.
all these guys are studs. They're just in a really tough time. Like you can't help who was also born around the same time you were.
No.
You got hosses right now, dude. Like three guys that can do it all. And like, I know that Derek's just mostly, a running back, but Saquon and Christian and Gibbs all can just catch out of the backfield and do special things. And
Oh my God.
those three, especially Henry, Saquon, and McCaffrey, they're kind of different. They're all kind of different from each other. So we get like this specialty in all three of them. So it's pretty sweet. We're not watching the same guy do the same thing and trying to nitpick. It's like you could tell Derrick Henry out of the rest of them.
A guy that we left off that I honestly think is going to knock somebody out of the top 10 for me personally. I think Kenneth Walker is better than Joe Mixon today.
Ooh.
Yeah, K9 is knocking somebody out for me. I don't know who it's going to be. Like, I would say Kenneth Walker to me over, and it's going to be so hard to say this. James Conner, you're out.
Yeah, on the honorable mentions, I like James. He's very awesome. Like if you have the fantasy squad, he can really help you out some weeks. But man, Kenneth says another guy. Just pray that he stays healthy for a full fucking year, dude.
He can't do it. But like when he's in there, he's electric. He's awesome. Dynamic. He's so good.
And then what's the other guy? Zach, whatever his name was this year.
Charbonnet.
Yeah.
Yeah, from UCLA.
Yep.
He's tough. Quinshawn is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
For the Browns, he's going to be.
What are you smiling over there for, Joseph? Joseph's got a little shitting.
What's he grinning at? What are you grinning at?
You said it's nothing. It was just you said Zach Charbonnet and UCLA, and I was like, I remember him in Michigan.
Oh wow!
I remember he was a Michigan boy.
Wow, I didn't.
What a pull!
Sorry,
that's college football at its depth.
That's a pull.
That boy's been watching his shows, and he's ready. We're in for a great NFL year. NFL Top 100 is coming out.
That we are.
As we are speaking, I believe it's like all throughout today, right?
Yep, all throughout today, and then early next week is going to be like the top 10 reveals. So there's been some Falcons on there. I think there's a Titan or two on there. Just one, but he's really high up.
Maybe we might have two. Jeff, maybe Calvin Ridley.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe Calvin, but Calvin.
Anybody else?
Your boy, your quarterback, right? What's his name? Help me.
Quarterback.
Sneed. Corner. Sneed.
No, Legarius had a terrible year.
Did he really?
Oh yeah, it was such a bad investment for us.
Bro, I thought he was.
He's terrible, dog. There's a reason we were the number one pick, dude. There's a reason.
I thought he was. What did the kids call it?
No. That's what I was hoping for. No. It did not happen. I'd say Ridley, Simmons, none of our offensive line.
Peter Skoranek.
No linebackers. Yeah. I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's all we got. That's all we got. Those two might have Ridley. I would say so. Yeah, we'll talk more about that because Cam was pretty fired up about him. He was like, I've never seen a guy move like that and never thrown the ball to somebody like that. So I was like, hell yeah, off season quotes. I'm already in.
Calvin Ridley is. I saw him his rookie year when Matt Ryan was throwing to him. That boy was better than Julio at that stage of their career. Like if you put Julio side by side with Calvin, their like first two seasons, I promise you, Calvin Ridley was better than Julio.
Whoa.
Like Calvin Ridley should have been Justin Jefferson, and I have no idea what happened.
Whoa.
Yeah, like I think of Calvin Ridley like that, and
he's awesome. But he ain't Julio, brother.
I was watching him at Bama, and I'm just like, dog, like Calvin Ridley was making Jake Coker look just phenomenal, bro.
He was unreal. Like, it's so crazy to watch. Like, and I'm sure, we're going to get the Ryan Williams effect and all these guys. These Ohio State guys, to me, every year, just like, dude, like, why do you even come to college football? They're just so talented. Like, think about Emeka Ibuka was the number 2 or 3 guy at times at Ohio State.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he has the record for receptions at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Now. He does.
Was he there 3 his sophomore year?
He was there 3 technically. He's never truly been like a
So
1.
it was Marv.
Because it was
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson. Is that the other one? Or Marv?
Yeah, because he was, I think Emeka, was Chris Olave there with Garrett
That's
Wilson?
what I was wondering.
also?
Was it Chris? Was it Olave or was it was Olave because he had a chance to win rookie.
No, he was third to Smith and Jigba. Smith and Jigba and Garrett Wilson, and then Emeka Ibuka, and then it was, I think.
Yeah, because I almost forgot about Chris.
God, there's just so many of them, dude.
In the last 4 years,
it's hard to keep them like in order. I remember seeing the picture of the bench where it was like Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, and Marvin Harrison Jr. was like a freshman.
Yeah, and then go watch Garrett Wilson play for the Jets, and you're like, oh wow.
And they had C.J. Stroud at their quarterback, and they didn't win a title. How?
I'll never understand.
I mean,
do y'all
want to listen?
Because they went and played the best semifinal game ever.
Ran into the mailman, dude.
Ran into the mailman. Give me a list real quick.
See Marvin Harrison Jr., Jackson Smith and Jigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. That's really like the Terry McLaurin, Paris Campbell. That's your run.
They're still on it, man. They're still on that same string.
And they'll have them for the next 3 years.
Yeah. And then you got Marvin, then you got Emeka.
Yeah, because Jeremiah Smith's he's got to play 2 more years.
That's stupid.
Cornell Tate, Brandon Ennis. I mean, they're loaded.
Loaded, dude. Like this Ohio State run is gonna. Last year, just this talent level is just unbelievable. Like, I know we have it at Bama, but I will say, like, because of like having relatively mediocre quarterbacks at times with Bama, it doesn't feel like it had like the superstar, but even though they did with the wide receivers, running backs, linebackers, all that stuff. When you don't have the quarterback thing going on like Ohio State does sometimes, it just, I don't know. It's like, it's just crazy to see what these talent from these big schools are doing because, God, like what Bama and Ohio State and all these schools in Georgia, what they produce in the last 5 to 10 years, it's gross. Because I want it so bad.
I do too.
I want a cup of that tea, dude. I want, besides like 4 running backs and some offensive linemen.
Listen, man, I don't know if you'll ever, and I don't know. We'll just have to see. I don't know if you'll ever get like another run where it was like 2018 Clemson with Trevor, into 2019 LSU, into 2020 Bama, into 21 Georgia. Like, I don't know if you'll ever have that like 4-year, because I just don't know if teams will be able to stack talent like that, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying you won't, but I don't know, just harder. The landscape was different. Like, and your 2 and 3 deeps were ones at other schools, and now they're actually going to be ones at other schools. And like, I don't know. I don't know if you'll see a run with teams like that. Like, you might see a run where it's like, oh, these teams are really good, but like that was different.
Spectacular.
Yeah. That was like, I don't know if you'll see another defense like 21 Georgia or like some of those early D lines that Clemson had in like 16 through 18.
Who was 21 Georgia?
Nolan Smith, Nakobe Dean.
Oh yeah, he was there.
Jordan Davis.
Jalen Carter.
I'm in that point in my life that I can't believe it's 2021 was that long ago.
It was
but it feels like it was yesterday.
half the Eagles starting defense.
Yeah, that's okay.
Pretty much.
It just like because I was like, wait, am I really thinking 2021 was that defense? Because Jacoby Dean was, despite being a Georgia guy, was like one of my favorite players to watch of all time. That was just like he's just the best. I love a good middle linebacker. Just my dream position if I would ever played it. So it's like watching a stud be a stud is awesome. The middle linebacker position and then dominate all over the field. Yeah. Good cut, by the way. Speaking of Georgia, stirred up the pot this weekend, boys.
You did.
Stirred the pot, lit the fire.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, I didn't even know because I had really bad service out in Sail Creek. Like I could get up, like we had the perfect amount of service. Like in the bedrooms or like out by the lake, I couldn't even like open Twitter. Or you could, like, open it. And you could see a bunch of notifications, but I couldn't press them. It wouldn't load. Like it was like that kind of service.
Yeah.
It was like one spot in the house where all the 16-year-old dudes were like all hanging out and they were like searching on their Instagram. So couldn't even sit in that spot. It was like literally like one area. And so, just had no service. So I was just chilling all day Friday. It was great. Just left the phone in the house, did dad stuff and had a great day. And then I get a text Friday night from my little brother that said, "Hey man, sorry for the late text here, but I just saw that it's really, he said he's really funny to see your face all over Georgia Twitter right now, causing a stir." And so I was like, "Oh God, what?" I didn't know you posted it on Twitter.
Well, no, dude. Here's the thing, man. I didn't post it on Twitter, so I clipped it, posted it on TikTok, posted it on Instagram, and so when I check TikTok. You kind of, the way it works, the way their algorithm works, you kind of know when a video is going to pop off on TikTok.
Yeah.
So I posted it, checked it after about 10 minutes, and I was like, oh yeah, this thing's gonna skyrocket. I was actually in the gym on Friday, in between sets, scrolling Twitter, and saw it randomly. And I was like scrolling Twitter, and I'm like, oh shit, that was Chase. And then I scrolled back up, and I was like, shout out John Tweets Sports, by the way.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, that's Chase. And then I looked down and I saw it had like 34,000 impressions. And I was like, what the hell?
Dude.
Because Thursday, Greg had said, that thing's making when we were recording the episode Thursday night, he was like, that thing's making a wave on X. And I was like, on X? What do you mean on X? You mean like I didn't post it on X? What are you talking about? Found out the next day, randomly, not even on my following. Yeah. It's like on my For You page on Twitter. And I'm like, I literally just started laughing, dude.
It's
and
so
I was
funny.
like, and I was about to text you. And then I was like, well, he said he wouldn't have service. So I was like, you know what? Just let it ride.
Oh, it was great because it was cool because I didn't understand it. I was like, dude, you have enough, like I could kind of text him. So I texted him back and I got it out the next morning or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'm headed to the gas station. I'll check it when I get there, you can drive 15 minutes out the road. It's like, it's a 2 mile, they have a 2 mile long driveway. It's just crap. So that's how far out we are. It's like, it's a true kid's cabin pretty much. And so, I get to the gas station, I check Twitter and I was like, I don't even know what the notification was. Cause John, tagged me and Chatt It Up Sports. So I was just on my own page and I had 300 and something notifications. And I was like, dude, this is comical because of course I got back and I had to show cousin Clay. He's our age and he's, loves sports and stuff. So he's all about the pods. Shout out Clay. We were just joking about, some of the comments are great, dude. I guess this is the first time I've had something in a long time kind of pop off. I had a couple when with the old Tennessee pod and stuff, but I've not stirred up a good fan base. And I was like, what are these comments? It's like Jed Herbert or something, it's like all these random names. It's like some dude in a backwards hat with a selfie. I'm like, perfect dudes. Like this is what's the best part about Twitter. It's like these guys just ripped it. Chase Green, never heard of her. And I was like, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, dude. Thanks for the impressions. I'm like, I get it. Like you guys don't know me yet. So it was just so funny, the power of the algorithm. And listen, I'm convicted in my opinion. So there's no no hard feelings here, but it's just like, it's one of those funny things. It's just the power of social for this little podcast. And I was like, and just how much people, because we talked about it a couple weeks ago. Remember, we were just like, the fact that people hate so much and they love so much when it comes to college football. And I was listening to Kirk Herbstreit on Net Positive podcast.
Yeah.
John Chris is really good this weekend. If you hadn't listened to that, Miggy, I'll send it to you.
Please.
And it's and so he was just talking about it's like the closest thing, everybody compares it to EPL basically. It's the closest thing we got to European soccer. And it's just the crazies. He's like, I had to move out of Columbus because of the crazies. And I thought about it. This was so perfect, like coming back into it and just like listen to how many people just Paul Feinbaum wannabe. And I'm like, and that's another thing. I didn't know Paul made the same comment. But the funny thing about Paul Feinbaum is he actually had to face Kirby Smart the next day on his show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he made the same comment about Gunner. He's like, I don't have faith in Gunner, blah, blah, blah. And then Kirby was like on his show the next day. How tough would that be?
I mean, tough.
You got to own it, but it would be tough.
Got to.
Yeah. So I was like, listen, I'm not attacking Gunner. I can obviously tell the guy's a good dude, but it's just funny. Like, it's that time of the year where opinions matter so much right now on stupid lists that some random podcast, which we are the random podcast, made. And it's so great. And I just loved it because I was like, the power of social. Because that's what I realized. John took it from our TikTok.
From TikTok, yeah.
And I was like, whoa, what in the world happened? And it's just so funny because then we're just stirring up arguments. People are like 7-5. I'm seeing like all these like people from like the Miami fan base are following me now. And it's like, they're hating, like, yeah, Georgia's gonna be 7-5 this year. I'm like, dude, this is wild. Just watching the battles go on, just people duking it out in the comments. And I was like, football's so back.
Oh, dude, people are reading the comments on that just further reinforced again, like you had brought up, the passion that people have for it and how much people are just seething. Because we're like 7 Saturdays away.
Yeah.
And people can feel it. It's right around the corner, especially once it hits August. Like when that calendar flips and it's 8-1 and it's like, there's football on this month.
Yep.
We get it. It's bad.
Yep.
Like it's just, I love it, man. I love the passion.
I loved it too. And I was like, it just further helped us like reiterate, I love this freaking sport so much.
Yeah. It's the best. There is nothing like that week 0 game that is between two teams you don't even care about.
Nope. And you're just waiting for the next week.
Yeah. You got Boston College and Virginia, and that's your Super Bowl.
And yeah, it's like that's one thing is people are like, let's get rid of week 0. I'm like, I kind of like the warm-up week. I want to get in my new routine. I want to watch my game day. I got to remember like how to do that. I got to get the operation back, Yeah. I've been a guy that's had to work a bunch of Saturdays. I finally get a full college football season for the first time in 2 years. I can't wait.
It'll change your life.
Dude, it's been so good. And Herbie was talking about it. So it got me more fired up this weekend. Yeah, so good. But awesome. Power Social. Thanks for clipping that. Much love to all the Georgia people out there. I know you guys hated that. And it was just so funny, but damn, I love list season and damn, do I love college football because it just makes for the perfect argument. And got some goods. Thursday's going to be great. The over-under pod, I'm so pumped for. SEC over-under pod is going to be so good. I'm geared up. I'm already getting some thoughts ready because there's a lot of we don't knows. When you kind of look at it, you're like, dude, there's so many new starters and questionables and defenses and wide receivers moving and all sorts of nonsense. I can't wait. Miggy, you got anything else, brother?
Yeah, man. The real Georgia boys go to Tennessee. That's all I got.
That's right.
The real Georgia boys go to Tennessee.
Joseph, any parting thoughts?
Go Dogs.
Oh, GBO, V4L, SEC, all the things. Like and subscribe everywhere. I'm Chase Green. That's Malcolm Harris. Behind the scenes, Joseph Guthrie. We love yins, and we out.